Hey, what's going on everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and we are getting ready for a hurricane. I just want to do kind of a little tip guide for crypto miners that are expecting hurricanes. Is anybody on the East Coast, West Coast, apparently, because California got hit by one not too long ago, as well as, you know, the Panhandle, the Gulf, Texas, all that good stuff. You know, when you got a hurricane coming, is it really worth it to just keep letting your rigs mine? Yes and no. I mined through hurricanes before, but I just want to go through a couple tips that I would recommend the average at-home miner just do if they are preparing for a severe storm. So this is my main system. We got it hashing away on some Dynex right now, the 7900 XTX, and it's gonna be operational until the power goes out, because the way I got it set up is even if the power goes out, my system is safe. Thanks to the previous lightning strike PC, I learned my lesson, and so if power cuts out, we're good to go. Everything's backed up, safe. So this system is good, but for my main equipment, that's a different story. So out here in the main area, I got a test bench. This 3070 Ti is also mining Dynex at the moment, but the GPUs are off. You can actually hear it. The only thing you're hearing right now is the power supply for the Apollo BTC miners, the Mini Doge and Doge 2, and the FPGA is on its own power supply. So it's just these right here that are running on that power supply that's running or making a lot of noise. Then the NAS. Unfortunately, I am going to turn off my Flux node and Chia Farmer just to keep this one safe, because, you know, it's an old school case, new school hardware, but not too much redundancy packed in. And with the RAID controller in there, when there's severe power outages or even just flickering, you can cause some severe damage. You really want to put that on a UPS, which I am not on right now. I know my cable management drives everybody crazy, but I just keep moving on with my life because this is my house, my bills, and you don't pay it. Thank you. Anyways, FPGA is probably going to be turned off. That is a valuable device. Last thing I want is, you know, just similar to the Lightning Strike PC, because that isn't a really good power supply. That's a Thermaltake Smart 700 watt, not even rated. It's white, but I don't even consider those rated. So that's going to be shut down. The Mini Doge and the Doge 2 will be shut down, but the Apollo BTC miners will stay on for as long as we have power, because we have a pretty good power supply with the HP DPS 1200 watt. The NAS will be shut down, and the Jazz miner will be left on as well until the power goes out, because that's on a good PDU and everything. The ASIC out in the garage, we're going to go take a look at. The GPUs are going to be shut down. Everything's been tightened up back here. Got some cleaning up I need to do. But anything loose except for that heavy bowl of rocks has been taken up, and apparently a little USB charger. I need to bring anything loose inside. So we don't want any of this flying at the window, being blown into the window, or breaking anything, because obviously once this window breaks, all of my equipment and future equipment will be exposed. Additionally, I have a vent going up and into the attic. Now, problematic because when severe winds are hitting against my house, it will actually cause negative pressure, right? And wind will just come in anywhere it can. And if it's strong enough, it will actually blow the top of that vent just out of the ceiling and into the top of the tent. I have seen that before, so I have that sealed off in the bottom, and then also at the top, trying to stop the air from coming into the house and creating that pressure, because it's just going to come in through the soffit and then push down into it. Also closed up the attic access, because that same effect will happen as well. So let's go to the garage and look at the ASIC. But just for a summary, this guy, I'll probably shut it down. It's just chilling. Again, none of these on UPS or backup battery. So I'll shut everything down except for the Jazz miner and the Apollo BTC miners, just to get everybody squared away, make sure everybody's good. Everything else will be shut down, including the NAS and the FPGA. And while I have mine during a hurricane with the fog hatching C1 and the ASIC that's in here, And even my GPU rigs, I am not gonna risk it this time around. This guy is kind of curving in my direction here in Jacksonville, which I am on the west side of Jacksonville. So this guy's probably gonna be shut down. I need to do some maintenance anyways. That liquid looks so beautiful. Engineered fluids, BitCool 888, one of the best in the game out there. Still looking beautiful as heck. Besides the initial, if you checked out, if you're new to the channel, I had some initial issues where there was a lot of thermal paste that I got from this ASIC that kind of just liquefied with the heat and kind of went into the filtering system, so I had to filter everything out. You could go check out that video, but ever since it's just been running great and beautiful. So this bad boy would be also shut down even though it's on a good PDU, separate 30 amp breaker. I would enjoy the cooler temperatures that the hurricane will bring, not only during but after. So we'll kick this guy back on once the hurricane has passed in Thursday. But for my at-home miners, most of this stuff is going to be shut off. And usually I leave the garage door cracked at night so that the cool air can come in from the bottom as the hot air goes out the top. But again, with the wind gusts and the RPM we're going to be experiencing, not the RPM, but the wind speeds, the mile per hour, I'm not risking it. Just some more BitCool 888. I got 3 gallons right there, 1 gallon that I'm going to take from the C1 and combine into the C2 later. But that's it for out here with all my cluttered mess that I need to clean up. But a lot of old tech in these boxes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make sure that you're preparing yourselves. Make sure, obviously, the most important things, you got food, non-perishable items, water, possibly backup power. I know generators get expensive because a lot of us wait till the storm actually hits before we go and get a generator. I would like to have a battery backup or an outside generator, like a Generac generator, that would just kick on automatically when the power goes out. But I haven't got to that point in my life as far as investments go. But just prepare yourself as best you can. Make sure you got all the supplies you need. You know, pay attention to your local news, evacuation plans. Just make sure you and your family are squared away and understand if something happens, what is the game plan? Where's the exit point? Where's the evacuation? You know, is your road gonna flood so you can't get out of it now? None of this equipment is super important to me. It is important, but compared to my wife and my 2 children, heck no. To my own life, maybe, but for my wife and my children, no. So just make sure you got everything squared away and evaluate. You know, what are you going to leave on and what aren't you, right? Because with hurricanes, you get tornadoes, severe thunderstorms. Those lightning strikes can get a little bit crazy, as we saw with the Lightning PC, which is back to life right here, which is why we have that test bench. And you're going to wind up killing some of your equipment. If you don't have battery backups, just shut it off, leave it off, and then make sure if you did make any holes in your attic, that, or you know, in your ceiling, that you have a way to secure it, so that way the back pressure or the wind coming into your house or into your soffit or attic is not coming back into your house, right? That just gives creates a weakness in your house that the storm, hurricane, tornado can easily push past and be in your house just as much as you don't want it to. So everything's going to be pretty much off. ASIC, you know, the FPGA, the Doge 2 and Mini Doge, but the Apollo BTCs are going to stay on, the Jazz Miner is going to stay on, and my main system is going to stay on. So that way I can just work and monitor the storm as it progresses. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Leave me your tips. What do you do when a hurricane comes or is impacting your area? I'm sorry for the shaky camera. Is impacting your area. Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you on the other side later on this week. Take care.